Oh yeah. Let's get this double out of here. Day 39, boys and girls. Day 39. Day 39, we got the boardroom. We got the boardroom. Let's send this out. Let's send this out. Let's go over here. What's up, G? How are we doing? How are we doing? We got so much going on. We got so much going on. Let's turn down this music. Let's turn down this music. Let's go to about right there. We got a lot going on. Big video was filmed yesterday. Big pivot yesterday. Big brainstorming session. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what's going on in the iCharles community? We got some bugs, but you know what? You know what we're turning this into? We're turning this into a truth-telling area. By the way, what is Mark Miller up to? Everybody go into the community, give him some love. All right. So we set up, where is it? Look at the new iCharles community. Homepage, I should say. So I'm live right now. There should be a little thing that says live. It just shows up right here. So these bugs are going into the background, all right? You go to iCharles.com. We are now a publishing institution. Publishing institution. Look at this. For you, the latest, most viewed, watch, browse by topic. I said, listen, Claude, we're going to have hundreds of videos and articles with videos. I need to be rivaling CNN and Fox News. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Well, here we go. Here we go. Go to the new iCharles. We're going to be picked up by AI. We're going to be picked up by search engines. All of the letters. So essentially you have a top of the funnel, and if they like it, they go a little bit more. If they really like it, they become a subscriber. And then they start saying, I want to be a part of this community. This is a good community. I like the way that Charles is doing it. Let's turn down the music a little bit more so we can, there we go, to an acceptable level. Acceptable level. We worked on that. We got the entire pipeline going for videos. Now the videos are going up there. How to think. Go watch this. If you're a member, go watch it. If you're not a member, you do not have access to the member videos. Right now, we're putting it out publicly until we start getting the steam going. The steam of, I like the content. I want to follow. The individual articles are getting so much better. I worked on that hardcore yesterday. I went in and I said, okay, how do we do this? Okay, we could bookmark it. We could share it on Facebook. We could share it on everyone's favorite platform. Share it on LinkedIn. You could share it between people. Look at that. You could watch the video. You can get it. This is great. It's on the middle part so they can subscribe. If you're a member, you can leave a comment. You can share. This is how we do it, boys. My value is not Bridge Mind, Bridge Voice getting DDoS attacks. Okay? I saw that last night. Obviously, why is this a thing? Put it into the chat. We need to do a... What? Did I go away from Mac Whisper? That's weird. I did not do that. I did not do that. I did not do that. All right, let's go back to Mac Whisper. Let's go back to Mac Whisper. All right, so we have a moderation. You know how good this is? It produces a article, and then we have something called moderation in the studio. Moderation goes in every single night, and it says, okay, what is good, what is bad? Actually, this factual claim. And guess what? On my articles, 200 open issues. 200. So that means we are checking ourselves. We're checking the videos. We're checking the articles. We are linking to other articles. This is how you build it. You have really good content on YouTube. Obviously, the videos that went out right now in the next couple of days are not going to be good because they're 2 weeks old and they don't make any sense. But the videos that are going to be put out on the brainstorming, on value, on thinking, yesterday's video that I filmed was a banger. I said, what is my value to the community? Why am I even here? Does this make any sense to vibe code in the future? If this guy is doing live DDoS attacks, bless his heart, bless his heart. That's not my value. My value is saying, hey, listen, by the way, did you know that DeepSeek got a huge investment? Do you know that China is blocking any people from offshore accounts of buying OpenAI? China has Tesla in their country. It's one of the only few things being built in China, American companies built in China, foreign countries, we should really say. Elon was just in Shanghai with Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping. Okay? And then they just banned all offshore accounts. There's 3 of them, 3 major ones. Offshore accounts. Nobody in China can use an offshore account and buy OpenAI stock. This is an all-out war. And this isn't the stupid wars that we're fighting in the Middle East. That's dumb. That is low-level thinking. Those are corrupt individuals. Immorality. This is a war that we don't even know. We don't even know how crazy technology is going to be flowing. The amount of things that are just getting pinged. Perplexity used to ping me once every 2 to 3 days. This thing, now they're pinging me 3 times a day, and I go, that's actually a major story. That's actually a major story. The world, what would you say? Check the DMs. The world is going to be, and I'm going to go deep into this. The world is going to be a lot of people who are hacking, okay? And they will ransom back their database, their software, and everything. Okay, there's going to be those. I need you to find this page, look at all of the items that are flagged there, and handle all of them. And when you handle them, create a tab at the top that says completed. And then the ones that are open, leave those. Make sure that the buttons are wired up properly, so when I press the button to, where is it? To actually do it, you do it. Let's go over here. Nope, go forward. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. That was my first sneeze in a while. That felt good. Approve and apply. Approve and apply. Button 2. Approve and apply actually work. Let's send that out. Why? I thought about it. I said, do I really want a vibe code going into the future when my value is not vibe coding? My value is not vibe coding. My value is producing great whiteboards, great brainstorming sessions, great bringing the news so people understand it. My value is not vibe coding. My value is being, okay, this is what's happening. Just look at the headlines I'm about to cover. You literally have Google and WhatsApp, so that's Facebook. And then Slack, I think that's not owned by anyone unless they are. But all of these messaging, all of them, they're all up for grabs now. If Mythos is real, because some people like it might not be. If Mythos is real, oh yeah, you're right. That was 2 days ago because I didn't stream yesterday. I did sneeze. That one, that was because I was in a box, man. By the way, this is also coming real. I looked. Do you know how many? I get Slack whenever someone tries to do something. I got 75, not Slack, I'm sorry, Discord. I got 75 warnings yesterday. I was banning IP addresses all over the place automatically. It just automatically. It said it was trying to hit this JSON file. Banned. Another one, banned. Another one, banned. Dude, I'm nobody. Imagine BridgeMind. Imagine Slack, Meta, Oracle, NVIDIA. Like, they're gonna get crushed in the coming months. They're all up for grabs. And by the way, the amount of money that's going to be made in AI is wild. If you're on the positive tab and wiring only, dismiss all pending, auto apply every flag, run approve and apply. No, did you not just see what I said? No, I need you to handle all of the warnings that are still outstanding. If it is not outstanding, you move it to the completed tab, which you're creating. And if it is outstanding and not done, then you keep it in the open tab. So you have an open tab at the top for anything that's open, and then completed on all the ones that are completed. But I want you to do all the ones that are on that page that are still outstanding. If they're not outstanding, then move them to completed. Make sure also that this CRON job is running with Open Router Free model, and check also the actual prompt to make sure it's good. I don't think you understand where we're taking this. This community is going to be, the vision I have for this community is nothing on the internet. Nothing on the internet. It might be on the internet, okay? I don't want to make those wild claims, but essentially, we're gonna be brought in with people who are positive about AI, who understand the value with AI. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, this model's better than that model. I'm gonna test this model and then test that model. That's not gonna be this. This community is looking at it holistically, macro, meta, and then saying, okay, where are there bugs in the system? Because there's gonna be 3 areas on the website. This is what I thought of yesterday when I was on the train. There's gonna be 3 areas of the website. You have the community, which is humming. Then you're gonna have the videos area. Then you're gonna have the personal area, and the personal area essentially is you can have your own calendar, your own docs. So you're gonna be in your own personal area. In there you could whip up your own API. I don't even know if I want to do API keys. I don't want to store any of those, because then you go a whole new rabbit hole. Maybe it's safe, and of course people can say, yeah, it's safe and everything, but this is going to be an all-in-one, very different community. It's going to be, what do I need to know today? What is happening today? It is not going to be, maybe I'll go vibe coding every Friday, or maybe I do a whiteboard session every Tuesday live, but content is king right now. Content is king. Because I look on the trains, nobody is talking. Nobody's talking. Everyone's just looking at their dumb phone and just, okay, what is this? Poll length not clickable. The poll length. That's weird. Did you put that in yesterday? I was going to put up a poll yesterday, actually. Let's send that out. So the goals for today. Let's go over the goals for today. The goals for today are bring back the live on the homepage. The videos page on iCharles needs to be built out. So this videos page just has the pivot, and it's a weird scroll. It's a weird scroll. That's not a good user experience. Scrolling horizontally on a vertical page is not good. So that's going to be brought back. We're going to have whiteboard sessions. We're going to bring all the videos. Every day I'm going to make a piece of content. So that is at least 5 times 5, 25 pieces of content. And then you multiply that, that's 250 pieces of content by me alone. At least over the course of 10 months, minimum. That's a lot of video. That's a lot of articles. That's a lot for people to consume. However, I'm gonna make sure that every single video is quality. It's not gonna be nonsense. It's not gonna be nonsense. It's gonna be high level. How do you think? What is value? Like, what is value? How do you go from time and money? Another one was, okay, you got laid off. How do you become an entrepreneur? How do you change your thinking to become an entrepreneur? Granted, it was in my DNA to be an entrepreneur. If you're already trying to start businesses at like 12, 13, like my cousin and I, if you've always been that's That's more of a nature thing. Now you have to get into the nurture of your mind to become an entrepreneur. Because it's not easy. You have to literally change your mind. Instead of being told what to do, you have to literally figure out problems. That was my brainstorming session yesterday. My brainstorming session yesterday, which is up on Riverside, and I have to get it. You don't have to store them. Local storage cookies. I don't know what that means, but I will. Okay, so this video I put out yesterday, this new project, is an absolute banger. This one is an absolute banger. I connect dots on, brainstorming essentially is happening so fast, where if you are behind by a week, someone else already thought of that idea and implemented it. And that's essentially what this is. I can't brainstorm once a month anymore. I have to brainstorm weekly. If you have a community and they depend on the community progressing along with the videos progressing because the news is progressing, then you need to pivot and take action immediately. And this was the brainstorm. By the end of it, let's see what the whiteboard, by the end of it, you can see what the problem was. The problem is that I'm vibe coding. That's not my value is not vibe coding. My value, see me, I have to create content around things, that people actually care about. That's my value. Bridge Mind, Bridge Voice, his value is his content. He's great at what he does. The issue is, as I put in here, I don't know if this is the area, 180 days from now, where he is, I don't want to be going live and having DDoS attacks and being the center of someone's jealousy. Oh, this guy's, he really, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the one I was saying yesterday. Uber spent in 4 months, they spent their entire yearly budget on AI in 4 months. I don't want to say where to put your money, but I will look at Anthropic very closely when it comes to their IPO. I would look at OpenAI as well. OpenAI, mark misinformation. Their IPO, Morningstar, which is essentially the company who grades your debt or your bonds, they were, well, allegedly, very deeply involved in the junk bonds of the 08-09. You wonder the corruption that led to the Dodd-Frank bill that then pushed all the closing costs higher for us as consumers. That's always how, it's not the bank's fault, by the way. It's not the bank's fault. It's our fault. So we get to bear the bank's new costs to buy a home. Anyway, Morningstar said that their evaluation of OpenAI is what did they say, like 700 billion or 800 billion? Literally, or maybe 900 billion. It's almost half of what Elon wants. They're coming out at $135 a share. They're IPOing, I think, June 12th on NASDAQ. And I gotta be honest, I saw some people, I think it was, who was it? Someone was it Jefferies? Some PE firm, well, private equity, I wouldn't say Jefferies is private equity, but someone, I think it was at Jefferies, said to short it. I'm not saying anything, allegedly, not investment advice, but those are some two pretty big people. Two very big people that are saying to short their IPO. I know I won't be buying it, not investment advice, allegedly, my opinion, none of this is anything, but I will not be buying it. I'm not giving you investment advice, but I will not be buying it. And I would love to see what Jim Cramer is saying about OpenAI. Love to see what Jim Cramer's talking about. Love to see it. All right, so the buttons tabs are verified working. Okay, good. Now actually process the 302 open flags. So this is interesting. This is a little bit of a rant on Opus. Yesterday, I cooked up a very good, let's bring up the website, a very good way to, and I actually might open source this. It's not even a big deal. I don't even want, forget I even said that, because that's very hubris of me. But I built this YouTube output test yesterday. And essentially, it takes an SRT file, which is essentially a file that is produced by, it puts the whole transcript with timestamps. It's like every 7 seconds, it'll be like 7 words, 7 seconds kind of thing. And I said, I want you to analyze, before you do anything, I want you to analyze this SRT file. Tell me who the audience is. Tell me how to invoke curiosity through the title of a YouTube video and a thumbnail. And it started producing some very good results. My, let's see, let's not bring that up. That's my, so it started producing some pretty good, I know this was before I invoked it. So I was producing this and I'm like, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. And that's a really questionable. This isn't me. So it's giving me all this, this isn't me. You know, I wish I was that handsome. Then it said, okay, let's remove the person. I said, no, add me in. Then it started producing some good, like, I was like, okay, remove the hand. China said no. So it started actually doing pretty good results. And I said, how do I turn this test into a SEO, AEO friendly title, description, thumbnail prompt, and article in one shot? So I think I might actually send this out and say, and have a free resource place, because maybe have an SRT where it says, take this and put it into your AI. And Opus was doing an amazing job on the title, on the thumbnail prompt, on the article, and on the description, and on the timestamps within the actual SRT file. And it said, okay, the primary keywords, the secondary, who's the audience? What is the promise? What's the emotional peak? This is what YouTube already does. YouTube already does all this. So I just scraped the internet. It's probably all out there. It's not like a big deal. And then it just started coming out with an example, and this is an actual example. And I was like, wow, this is really good. So I took this and I said, YouTube test. I said, use this on every single SRT file that I'm gonna put in. And I just started unleashing 14 videos unleashed into Opus, and it just started pumping out everything. And now I have it where it actually works. I go to Studio, this is Studio backend. I have the member articles. We got 2 that are pending. I gotta read them. It's all about the thumbnail, all about the image. And then I go to content. So this is all the content that's published. Videos with articles published. Press create, and I now drop. I want to make sure that I'm not. So this is the, okay. That one is probably 11. Is that 11? No, that's radical. Let's do 14. Oh, the last one. Here we go. So I take it. Oh, this was a good one. So I take both of them. This is the SRT file. I take the MP4 that was filmed and edited in Riverside. I also have to do Spotify as well. People listen to it. And I'm going to create it, and it uses Open Router. So I take it, I put it here, it splits it. That is a whiteboard. I think it's a whiteboard. I think that's a whiteboard. I don't think that's a brainstorming session. Let me go over here. Let me see this. Do I say brainstorm up there? Oh no, vibe coding after 40 days. Did I already do that one? I thought I did that. Vibe coding. No, that's prompting. Let's see what the length of the video is. That's the best way to do it. Let's see. 1653. Do I have any 1653? No. Okay, good. So Mark Miller asked for this. Mark Miller in the chat, shout out. Right now, Mark Miller's building Falcon 9. He's building Falcon 9. So I drag and drop on here. This was a whiteboard. I want to write an article, create. So now it'll be creating in the background. So it's going to use this, which it's free if you want to go to iCharles.com, YouTube test. It will literally, this was the problem I was having. I would put in the SRT and the video. So the video is going up to Cloudflare. The SRT is getting analyzed. The problem I was getting is it would prompt Sonnet, because I'm using OpenRouter. By the way, this is all I spent yesterday on 14 articles. That's crazy. I only spent, and it was using just Sonnet, 4.6. Aren't we up to 4.7? And I used to be against Chinese models, but now I'm like, yeah, let's, like 532,000. This was trash, I gotta be honest. It was producing, it was rate limiting me. It was just, oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. I was trying to use other models, but they just weren't good. They did not produce good articles. They did not understand how to analyze. The Chinese models are good probably with reasoning and logic, but when it comes to the emotional aspect, it did not produce good prompts, thumbnails, titles, descriptions. It did not. You can argue with me, I don't care. I just saw it live yesterday for 2 hours when I pumped out 14 videos onto YouTube. The thumbnails were really good. So now it's going to go in the background and it will, where is it? So now it's uploading. It's what? How long did I say? It'll take a couple of minutes. So it'll go up and then we'll come back to this and it'll have a prompt. The prompt for the thumbnail is so hard to get. It is so hard to get because the thumbnail has to do with the video, obviously, but it also has to not be clickbaity, yet be enticing to click. That's a very hard thing to think about as an AI model. As a human, it's easier. If you're very creative, you're gonna say, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have this. I'm in the middle. These are what the words are. So there's essentially 3 parts to, Mr. Beast broke this down on Joe Rogan years ago. And that was the first time where I said, oh wow, I'm gonna take YouTube seriously. At the time, I did not. Now I'm gonna get back to it because YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine. It's, I think, the best social media website out there. You can learn from it, you can produce on it. It has smart people, you can make money on it. Their ad system sucks though. They've gone down a lot. Like I used to be making a lot more and now I like make $1 a video. $1 a video on a 3-hour video. So I'm worth 75 cents an hour. I used to be making hundreds of dollars on videos. Yeah, these are all live. When I go back to my videos, but obviously I'm not doing it to make money because I make $30 a month on it. It's just very interesting. They've really throttled how much creators get. That is a fact. That is a fact. I had a $600-something payout recently from past videos, and now the payout is gonna take 3 months to actually get a payout. So that's still going. And the whole model, the whole pivot, yesterday's video, which I think I downloaded. Let's go over here. I think I downloaded it. Is this yesterday? Yeah, this video, I think I want to launch right now. Once that other one is done, I want to launch this. Because this goes into, I hit a roadblock this week and I said, what is my value? Is my value, so I was talking about Bridge Mind, Bridge Voice, Matt Miller. And I was saying, his value is his SaaS product along with his vibe coding. That's not mine. That's not mine. I try to replicate that in the real estate world. They call it R&D, which is rip off and duplicate. You're not really R&Ding anything. You're not researching and developing. You are rip off and duplicated. So that's a real estate quagmire, that people just steal each other's video ideas, content ideas, things like that. But I said, you know what? I'm going to R&D Matt Miller. I ran into the snag and I said, my 9 a.m. to 12 cannot be vibe coding, because that's not my value. My value is content. So I said, my value is content. It is piecing together the news. It's not him. There is another guy that's making a clipping thing. You know, bless his heart, he's trying to support his family. I think he made 30K or whatever. I know that I would be a source of DDoS attacks in 6 months, like he was yesterday. And to be honest, if I was him, well, I'm not going to tell him, because he's obviously making good money and, you know, bless his heart. But I also know that the community for us is the most important thing. The community for us is the most important thing. Let's see where we're at on that. Studio. Okay, so this is the same video. This is Mark Miller. He wanted to know after 40 days, even though I'm on like 39. I filmed this 2 days ago, so don't tell me to go to confession. What are the things that I learned after vibe coding? Number one is you're in a perpetual state of growth. You must be. You must be in a daily 1% better. There's a great book. I've said it many times. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I highly recommend. So now it's generating the SRT. Vibe coding on a bad day, why I still showed up. It's a pretty good title, actually. Let's see what the prompt is. Did it produce it? Not yet. Okay. What I noticed is that when you're in a 1% and you're forced to be in a 1% better every single day, people rely on that. You have to have it's a very Eastern philosophy. The Eastern philosophy essentially is that you're in radical acceptance of reality. You're in radical acceptance of whatever is happening. It's raining on my wedding day. I have no control over this. We're overseas doing a bunch of conflicts. That is completely out of my control. There's nothing I can do. There's no amount of news I can consume that will change anything. And that's not my value in the United States. There are people that is their value. Or their value is to throw weddings for people. That's their value. That's their lane. That's their role in society. You have many different roles. You're a son, you're a daughter, you're a mother, you're a brother, you are a vibe coder, you're a friend, you're a spouse, things like that. You have many different roles. The role I'm playing here is not to vibe code. My role is to look at the news and say, Japan is screwed. Japan is screwed. So let me just bring this back up to here and, the article's done. 83, that's kind of low actually. That's kind of low. So I scored all of my articles, 83. Let's see what Sonnet did. Let's see how much. So I'm at 8 so it's 83. Look at that, 0.002 cents. You have to, I haven't even spent $1. I haven't even spent $1. Maybe I should use Opus 4.5. You know, that's something to write down. If you're not, let's see. So this is the most important thing, is what is the prompt for the thumbnail? What is the prompt? So I just copied it. What is the prompt for the thumbnail? Let's go into the thumbnail. Let's go here. Let's paste. And let's bring in, do you want a different face? Why is this a thing? It's like, I want a different face. I want a different face. Yeah, we'll bring that in. All right, let's see what it produces. We'll see what it produces. See if it's AI slop. By the way, go to Botenston.com. This brainstorming session should have been the one that I downloaded. I think I already said that. Okay, good. All right, so that's downloaded. That's going to be next, by the way. Riverside, I went with. Show up anyway. Okay, that's probably one of the most AI slops I've ever showed. That's probably one of the worst I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I don't even know where to go from there. Because look at this. At least you put a suit on me. At least you put a suit on me. You know? The hands look realistic. The suit looks realistic. The shirt looks realistic. My neck. Obviously the hair and face are real because my teeth could be better. What's going on with my teeth? What are you doing there? I should go to the dentist. Holy cow. Look at that. At least I'm not a hockey player. All right. By the way, we got to talk about Japan, man. They are sunk. They used to be hammering in the 90s. They were humming in the 90s. They had everything. Sony, Panasonic. Their cars so much better than us. Toyota. Lexus was everywhere. All right, the poll length dropdowns are already clickable in current main code. The priority works. I verified live across. Close as already fixed. Ship a hardening way, reinvestigate deeper. Let's do that. Why is this a thing? What's going on? All right, so this is the buttons and tabs are built and verified. Now to actually process the 300, I process all 209 content flags. Now the 95 code flags I leave open for you to approve individually. Now let's do all of it. Let's do all of it. Because that's articles. So essentially at night, I have a open router AI model going through all of the articles that were posted that day. So it's not all articles, it's just the new ones and the videos, and saying, okay, how do we improve the SEO, the AEO? How do we improve the metadata? So essentially, as I understand it, obviously there's people that can correct me, but as I understand it, the actual code is now scraped. So essentially, they understand the HTML at the top. So in other words, if you go to an article, this is a better way to visualize it. If you go to an article, so this is the top of an article. AI is going to read this, then a summarization or an excerpt. It will skip this, because that's obviously a video. It'll read that, and then in here, there should be a table of contents that you essentially can jump to just that paragraph. You know how in Google, when you search for something, it brings up just that paragraph, even though there's a huge paragraph above? As I understand it is, the bot from AI or the search engine hits the code, understands there's a link to the paragraph, and then goes right to the paragraph and skips all of that, because it's such a waste of time and compute to read the whole article when they just bring in portions of the article based on hyperlinks. Another thing to do is hyperlink within the video. Hyperlink to other articles that you brought in. So this is a prompt that it does that. Now I have to see, so the thumbnail prompt was not good. And so this doesn't scroll, that's bad. The YouTube description is way too long. That is way too long. The timestamps are pretty good. I always want it 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Yep. Nothing's more than 4. Need a better car security. So those aren't ideal. We're just improving this. But the article, let's see what the article looks like. The article, vibe coding, what, 26 days, see? That's I don't know where 26 days came from. That's not good. That's why you always have to look at it. So I'm building out within the middle. So the top third of the article is going to be articles pushed out, and there's the top third is other things you might want. Obviously, this was built out yesterday, so there's going to be many other ones. Then there is a subscribe. So this is the second third of the article. And then the bottom is going to have additional that you can watch, view, and things like that. And obviously comment. These were hard to do. I don't think they're actually good yet. Yeah, see, it comes up blank. I don't know why LinkedIn is so hard to do. Facebook and X were so much better to do. So much better to do. This one actually, I think, brings in the card. Yeah, so it should bring in the thumbnail. It should bring in the thumbnail right here. It doesn't. So those are all issues, but essentially, I noticed this isn't the video. Let's close out this video. Okay, so we're gonna leave that open and we're gonna do the new one because I like the new one a lot. This essentially says, let's bring this over here. Oh, you know why? You know why? There's no thumbnail. There's no thumbnail. That's why it didn't get brought in. I did not put a thumbnail in there. So when you click on it, it goes to the individual page. I change out the thumbnail right here, and then it updates throughout the website. And what I noticed is that the value for iCharles is content. So obviously that was just produced. What I think I want to do is not have it go public. It should not be public. Look at that. That's another bug right there. It should not be public because it says admin only right here. So the way that I have it is I push it live, but for whatever reason, obviously that's not good because it says 40 days there and it says 26 days at the top. That's a totally different title. Well, one's an article, one's a video. Anyway, yes, there's a Git repo for Botenston.com. I have not pushed it live, even though Why Is This a Thing actually did a lot. Caught up to be live. Sorry for being late. Mark, listen, you got to take a lap. You got to take a lap. I have to really spend 20 minutes getting to know and understanding Git. All right, so let's do that right now, actually. That's pretty important. That's pretty important. 26 days, and then where'd you even get 26 days? After 26 days? Yeah, I have to find out where in the timestamp it said 26 days. And also so that, and then take a screenshot all the way to there. And also I have to add in that terrible thumbnail that it produced. This thing is brutal. That has to be one of the worst ones let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it with the normal face. We'll try it again. Maybe it was just a bad one. Just had a bad outing. All right, let's also send out another one and see how that does. All right, let's go to create. Actually, let's just go back to content. Let's go to create and let's bring in this newer video. Highly, highly recommend that you watch it. Highly recommend you watch it. It is gonna be, actually before I do that, that was a brainstorm session, yes. So that's a brainstorm session, write an article. Before I do that, actually, I want to fix it says admin only, yet it's public. All right, so we got a bunch of things on this. We got a bunch of bugs on this. Let's bring that over there, and then why is that the? Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything about the video. That doesn't tell me anything about the video. That's a terrible. I knew it. I had such a good thumbnail prompt yesterday, and then I changed it. I'm mad about that. And also, I want to bring back on the iCharles homepage, let's do this. iCharles homepage also has an area that when I'm live, let's just go to iCharles. That when I'm live, it will show the live video right here. This should go to the, yeah, okay. A lap for cussing? No, a lap for being late. And for cursing, yeah. You said the S word. So cursing in a high IQ outfit. Okay, there's a lot gonna be on. Actually, no, this will be a separate prompt. This will be a separate prompt. And we gotta talk about Japan, man. Japan has completely, they try to conflate. If you look at a commit yesterday, we totally revamped the iCharles.com homepage. What I want you to do is look at the previous commit. There was a feature that brought in my live video. Something's going on in my building. They're doing a fire test. Do you hear that in the background? All right. I hope they don't do where everyone has to gather and the fire marshal comes in. The FDNY has this like once a quarter because we're in such a big building. There's 1 million square feet of office space in this building. Can you hear that in the background or no? Oh, I can't leave. I literally cannot leave, and they're all gathering. The whole thing is gathering. I cannot leave. I'm gonna pretend. Oh my gosh, they're all gathering outside. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm getting embarrassed. The entire floor is gathering outside. Yeah, we're not leaving. I'm just gonna stick behind. Am I getting all red right now? I wish I could turn around the camera, but yeah, no, the fire marshal is out there. I hope he doesn't come in here. I'll just say, oh my gosh, there's hundreds of people gathering outside behind. I can't hide, there's video everywhere. And now everyone is literally staring inside. All right, we'll just hide behind my screen. It's required, and listen, we're on the 16th floor. We gotta, okay, we'll just ignore it. We'll just ignore it. All right, let's get back into it. There was a feature on the homepage that when I was live, it actually pulled in the actual live video and was playing, and it was on mute. Go find that feature. Don't actually update any code, but I want you to find the feature, and it's gonna be inserted to the right side of the actual hero of the homepage. All right, so let's send that out. There was a bunch of stuff in, let's see what this is doing. Okay, so that's still working. Okay, he's looking in. Sorry, FDNY, my cousin's high up there, but we got more important things to do. All right, so this was, okay. As you can see from one of the screenshots, it was marked as admin only, yet it's public. What I want you to do is not actually put out the article until I say publish, and the video is the most important part of that, because if I don't have a thumbnail, then it's gonna go out without a thumbnail. Actually, should I do the, because this is an article. Okay, so I click a thing on the create that creates the article. Okay. So it doesn't actually produce the video until I'm ready. Yeah, let's actually delete that. Let's actually delete that. Yeah, no. No, he's just gonna say, listen, when there's a fire, you're gonna hear us. You have to go to stairwell and leave. I know. What I want you to do is look at the screenshots. You'll notice that I have it on the admin only, and for whatever reason, the video is still produced publicly. That needs to be looked at. as well as the article talked about 26 days. There's somewhere within the actual prompt that said 26 days. Did it actually say 26 days and then 26 days of building live on camera? Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, there's a huge... I don't know why you'd even... But the actual amount of days were 40 or 38, around there. We need to look into the actual prompt for the article and the prompt for the thumbnail. The thumbnail wasn't good. We were really humming with our thumbnail prompts yesterday. Again, we have to ingest the actual SRT file to come up with who this is for, produce the article for those people. How can we entice people to click the thumbnail based on the thumbnail and the title? Don't change anything, but I want you to review all of that. I've put screenshots and the link to the actual article. All right, so let's send that out. Let's see what this one says. Oh my gosh, yeah, these are terrible screenshots. Or thumbnails, I should say. These are terrible thumbnails. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Okay, so I put that out. All right, this one is bringing in the live hero rail. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and squeeze it in to here. You think that's a good spot? Also, do you think this is good? Should I even have this? I don't even think I should have this. I think maybe maybe all of this shows when, like, when you come to a website, this should be it, right? This is the beginning part of a website. Like, this shouldn't even be here. This is a waste of space, actually. Maybe when I'm live, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. When I'm live, it will come in. This entire hero section is a waste of space because we are essentially, oh, they just concluded. That was it. All right, now everyone can go away. Hopefully my office manager doesn't yell at me because she was in there. Anyway, this entire, let's just copy all this. Let's copy all this. Copy. Let's go over here. This section. Go over here. That entire section only shows when I'm actually live. Otherwise, should I even have, you know what? No. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna replace, also video article, that's bad. Pick one or the other. I like this one, lighter, not the darker one. Maybe it goes in here. Maybe it goes in here. This gets deleted. Let's just delete that first, because otherwise this thing is gonna go banana hammocks on me and it's gonna totally mess it up. I want you guys to click around here, do some bug fixes here. I also don't like the horizontal rail. I don't like that horizontal rail. That is so out. That is so out. This week, this month, that should probably be over here. All right, we'll debug this. This is stupid. Delete that. This is to go to boatenston.com, so I gotta push this live. This is what it looks like now. I know, why is this a thing, is gonna be, you need to push this live. This is also trash right here. I think it might be too many things, but once you have hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos, hundreds of, I started tracking. Let's see what it is in Cloudflare. Cloudflare is a lot. I already have that one, right? Yeah, all right, so you can go away. Bye-bye, thank you for your service. This section is completely worthless. I want you to delete this from the homepage and I'll tell you what to do with that live video. What do you think I should do with the, where do you think I should put that live video? Should I put it here? Also, this is stupid as well. This is the only one to keep. Oh, yeah. Delete that whole thing, that's stupid. Because people are coming to the website, they make their judgment on the top third of the website. All right, so that is moderation. All right, so that's the moderation. That was big because it found 300 and something. Let's go over here. Let's delete that. And moderation. Let's open this. So it should have a tab. Has 292 open. So you only did 32. Interesting. Yeah, no, we need to do all of it. Continue. You know what happened yesterday? VS Code literally was asking me to authenticate every single chat, every single time, and then it was rejecting it. And then I went to Claude Desktop, and then that wasn't working, and I sat there in purgatory for like 2 hours, just frustrated. Be like, I can't do anything. My whole life. I've come to this my whole life. All fun and games until they access at entrance. Yeah, I have that. I have an access code. It's actually a very secure building. It's probably one of the most secure buildings I've ever been to. I've been in and out of hundreds, if not thousands, of New York City buildings, having done real estate. And this is probably one of the better ones. They have a front desk, and then they have someone by every single area to swipe your card. And once you enter the elevator, you can't go to any other floor. There's no thing. There's no, like, I want to go to. So once you're in, then you can only press those 10 floors or 5 floors. And then to get into the office is another key card. So, you know, I like that. All right, on the ingest properly. Okay, so this is very important because I can't get this wrong. It took me so long to get up to this point. Vibe coding article plus video, 3 problems as requested. Admin only still renders publicly. And it's real and leaked. Yes. Okay, so you have that. 26 days is wrong. Where did it say it? No, you have to look at the SRT file. The thumbnail prompt is good. The grounding that fed it was weak. The video did use yesterday's improved path. The weakness is that the brief is synthesis first, not transcription first. Feeds audience, not raw. Okay. Yes, that's good. Root cause, a good prompt can only be as vivid as the synthesis surfaces. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, what I want you to do is those 3, and one of the most important ones is to re-render a thumbnail prompt, because that is one of the most important things part of this process. All right. All right, so this chat right here said that it took out the hero section of the website. Good. All right, so that's a good top. I don't like this scroll. No one does that. No one does a scroll. Maybe it's trending top 4, because that could fit. Maybe it's trending top 4. One day ago, 7 views. All right. I wonder if it's 7 views on the article or 7 views on the video. And also, we got to remove this. So when I'm live, do you think I should replace the top video? I wonder. I also have to be more precise in my videos. So the prompt is better, the article is better. Let's do this. Let's ask Claude, where do you think I should put this video? When I'm live, where do you think I should put the live video? Should I put it in the hero section when I'm live and replace that top hero? Also, I don't like that you have to horizontally scroll for the trending videos. That is a terrible user experience. I think there's another place on the homepage that should not be the case. No horizontal scrolling. And the third item is that there are 2, let's get that into the box before I actually say, oh, don't tell me it didn't go into the box. Okay, Yeah, that is the good thing about Mac Whisper. It actually saves it to clipboard. All right, video article. I like the lighter one. Oh, this whole thing is clickable. Okay. Let's do video article. Let's put that down there. To video article. I want you to keep the article plus video and then delete the article dash article or video dash article. Yeah, let me make sure that was done properly. Delete the video. Yeah, delete that. Let's send that out. So we'll see what that says. When approved, public articles source video is set to admin only. When should the public see? Hide video entirely. Public sees the article text only. Yes. I might be breaking something if I do that though. Let me think that out. Public sees the video's thumbnail with a locked overlay, but exposes the thumbnail. But the thing is, there's no thumbnail. And the issue that I was running into is that when you're live, how should the live video appear in the top of the homepage? Live band above feature. Live replaces feature. Yeah, I'm thinking that, right? When I'm live, it should replace it. Let's go to the website. It should replace this, right? That's what I'm thinking. Unless it moves it over and then it's just, that would be pretty sick. It moves it over and this is gone. Yeah, it says live now. Yeah, I think, I don't know. What does that look like? That would be weird, right? Live now. Let's try it. We'll say this. We'll delete. What did you say about the shelf? Responsive grid, no scroll, single file. Convert both shelves to wrap. Yeah. What I want to do is not have it wrap with only one or two videos. So what it should be is enough videos that it fills up the entire row. Because when it wraps and it's like two videos on one row, it looks weird. All right, let's go over here. Live indicator's nice. Yeah, it is. Page prompts me to install an app. Cool, and I have dedicated chat community app. CMS better than VS Code. I have not used that. No, it's not an app. I don't think I'll ever do an app. The reason being is you have to turn it into a PWA app or a dedicated app, and I just would not want to do that. That is a whole nother experience that I would not want to go down. Having it on desktop is fine. I might, maybe in a year, when there's hundreds of users, there's thousands of pieces of content. There is one person that I know who turned their large community, they had a couple thousand into, and it was good. It just was very slow. It was just very slow because I don't know. Maybe AI is going to get to the point where I can build my own app. It could live on the App Store, which costs money and has to get approved. You know, I don't know. We just got to continuously put out content that's quality and have cron jobs that review it every single day. Okay, so mid-run, I found a real bottleneck in the remaining flags. 126 are full-blown body rewrites. Each one stuffs the whole 9 into a free model and asks for the entire, then repeatedly hang past 600. Skip the article body. Process the 74 plus the 95 code flags now. Yeah, let's just do that. We don't need to do rewrites right now. We don't need to do rewrites. Okay, this one. Oh my gosh, am I gonna sneeze again? Fix the poll length. All right, go. Why is this a thing? Check out the poll length. That should be good to go. That should be good to go. And Yeah, it should be only about 3. Trending now should be 3. Yeah, let's just do 3. Okay, let's delete this. And let's do this. This is going to be a risky move, but that's what we're about here. That's what we're about here. All right, let's go over here. And stop. Stop elucidating. Do that, and then do 3 on the trending. I can't believe it did a horizontal scroll. What a design flub that is. Are we hitting something right now? Why are they both just sitting there? What are we doing? You're now on XAI servers. We should be humming. Why are we just sitting here in purgatory? Something's going on. Let's just see. Something's going on. Am I logged out? It's reconnecting to the Mac Studio. That's why. Well, that's not good. Okay, now it's reconnected. What was that about? I hope my computer didn't just restart. All right, let's get this out of here. And we'll go to this. All right, so we're gonna move the main video, and this is gonna be a risky move, but we'll see if it could do it in a one shot. We'll remove the main video, and we'll put when I'm live, what I want you to do is move that main top video to the right, replacing the text, and put the live now video to the left, playing on mute. And for the trending now, I want you to have it the width of the container of the home page and have only the trending 3 top items. All right, let's send that out. All right. Nah, I can still click poll length, Claude check back at it. Oh gosh. Gotta bring this back. It literally just said, locate the poll length visibility. User says it's still broken. It literally could not, the existing row entirely in this style sheet is single. Okay. Investigated, not assumed. So by he, I'm putting pronouns on AI. They, no, we're putting he. Charles says it's still broken, so my fix didn't address it. Yep. Thank you for being personalized, AI. You know, Peter Diamandis saying, yeah, it was restarted. Connected to, please don't close this. Okay, good. Let's get this out of here. Let's move that down. All right, what else is on the board is, okay, so that's doing a lot. That is doing a lot over there. That thing is humming. All right, show up anyway. I like that. And what else is on here? Bring back live on the homepage. I'm doing that right now. Videos, yes, I forgot about this. The videos page, what did I just press? I did not just press that. Okay, let's open a 5th tab over here. We're burning the oil right now. We're burning the oil. We need some more whale oil, please. More whale oil in here, please. Sorry, FDNY, I'm just vibe coding over here. That girl just thought I waved at her. Okay, that's great, Chelsea. They already think you're a bunch of noodlehead. All right, let's go over here and let's go to the videos page. Content recommendations. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a cron job as well. What this is gonna do, this I'm excited about. What this is gonna do is, so we gotta see if that did anything. If that prompt. This is going to go through and I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I don't know know if it's gonna be in moderation, but essentially every night it's gonna go through and it's going to either do one of 2 things. For the community, which you guys could care less about, but for the community, give me a link to the community. Okay, for the community, in the requests, I might have, by the way, the poll weirdly went away yesterday. This thing's going way too slow right now. What is going on? Is this my internet? Okay, what do you guys think? Which type of LLM do you prefer for daily coding assistance? I hope it's gonna be this. I hope it's gonna be open source. And then we gotta talk about Japan, by the way. I got a rant on Japan because they got a lot of things they got to. Proprietary cloud APIs, hybrid open plus cloud. I want it to be this. I want it to be that, so I'll choose that. I want it to be that. Oh, wow. My boy goes from a something or other, soften inside the outer building, back in the cities. This is the back in the cities? This is a city? This is a city? Mark. Oh, there's that stupid ladder I hate. Oh, man. Dude, imagine living there. What is that in the background? Are you on like a mountain? Dude, that's wild. What is this? What is that in the background? That is crazy. If you're calling that a city, I don't know what I live in then. Here we go. Why is this a thing? Dropping some knowledge. Is self-hold worth it? No. And I agree. I think, oh, you're in a country, you put the dollar sign at the end? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Are you still using OpenRouter? Yep, Kimmy K. Great debugger, but also I use OpenCode. I thought you said you didn't use OpenCode. Thought you said you didn't use OpenCode. Why is this a thing? Yeah. Back in the city. I'm back in the city. So I was thinking I either put the requests up here, but you guys don't care about that. Obviously, because you're never in here. So I might just have it for myself. I come in here, I go to my dashboard, and it's right here. It does a, this is trending, this is the content that people like. This is what you should do. All right, let's see if there's any, oh yeah, the videos page I needed to build out. That's what I needed to build out. Thank you guys for the, appreciate it. This video page does not, and this is, what is up with the horizontal scroll? The horizontal scroll needs to be banished to Hades. D, not Hades with a T. Okay, this is, I verified the poll length response programmatically. Okay, where are you using this? Are you talking about on the desktop, mobile? You got to answer that because I am not replicating. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. All right, this needs to be built out. We have many other videos and we have a brainstorming, we have a pivot, we have a whiteboard category for videos. I want you to align the category names and also create a nice YouTube style interface with a good mix of all of those videos on this page. Currently, you just have a hero and the pivot. And put into the design markdown file to never do a horizontal scroll. Users hate it. Wow. Wow. All right, send. Send. Let's go to the bottom here. Let's go to the bottom there. Okay, so this is going through all of the moderations right now. It's going through a lot. 90. I also, you know, this better be wired. Run all. Okay, so I like that. That should be like up here. It's just, Claude just loves having rows. They love rows. I want rows. I don't want multiple columns. I want rows. Shoot, I forgot to drop chicken in the oven. Is it alive? Is it alive? Okay, this guy should be talking. Are we disconnected from reconnecting to my Mac Studio? What is going on? What is going on? There's got to be something going on with my internet or my Mac Studio. I got to look into that. I got to look into that. What is going on? Let's open up Claude Desktop. I think something is going on right now. Claude Desktop. Something is going on. No, don't allow. Okay, so what I like about Claude Desktop is it brings up your last chats. Unlike VS Code, VS Code is, I just have not, it's still reconnecting. I think what happened was, once it hits a certain limit, it like resets the computer. It happened about a month ago. And I gotta prevent that. Replicated the setup, but with OpenCloud. Also, check the feed. I replicated your setup, but with OpenCloud. Claude is the same as OpenCode Desktop, to be honest. Yeah, but it just doesn't look as pretty. I don't know. It's just totally, like this. I don't know. I also, yesterday, I gotta be honest, so now it just connected. All right. Okay, good. What I need you to do is look at the Apple logs and find out what is going on. I think that my Mac Studio is restarting because something is hitting the rate limits. Something is going on. I need you to find out why it's restarting, and we need to have a solution to the problem. Don't actually do anything, but find the solution, or I'm sorry, find the problem and then give me the solution and what the problem was. All right. Let's send it. Now we're really humming. Let's bring this down here. All right, let's go over there. Holy cow, dude. This guy is really eating away at all of those bugs. Why is this a thing? You have to tell me if it's on desktop, mobile, or new post at the bottom, where it is. All right, I'll investigate the macOS system logs. All right, so that's going on in the background. And this guy is doing, let's see what the moderation is up to, 225. I think it was no kernel panics. The Mac itself has not restarted. Uptown, no. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying that. Essentially what was happening, I was being disconnected as I'm SSHing into my Mac Studio remotely, and it was just either the ISP, there has to be some reason why I've been disconnected twice today for at least 60 to 90 seconds. There we go, let's be specific. Let's send that out. And then we need to get this prompt up and running, and we got to get the chat right there. All right, so we got that, and then we got this going over here. We could click out. Okay, the home page. Let's click out of that. Let's go over here. All right. Yeah, just in case anything happens. Let's go over there. Well, I don't want my office manager getting mad, and plus I want to film some content. What do you want as the content? I have my ideas. By the way, let's just go over the news real quick. I know that people, I'm here for your vibe coding sessions. I could care less about the news. I just want AI slop just shoved all in my feed. I want to buy AI slop. All right, the yen. What's happening in Japan? Let's just go over it real quick. They had, against the USD, US dollar, they were doing terrible. The government intervenes about a month ago, and they're like, we need to make sure that it does not slide and it's still competitive on the world market. Well, the intervention, which was a record, literally the yen slides back to 160 per dollar, easing the record intervention. I gotta be honest, they are top heavy on their older population. I cannot see Japan ever being anywhere near the top again. They're competitive, their samurai mentality is, as a country, I don't think will ever recover. It's the same reason that Italy will never recover as well. They are at 1.1 birth rate. They're never going to come back. I think Japan was under 1. I think they're at 0.9. You're never coming back from that. You just wonder where Japan is going to be in 100 years. You just literally say, okay, this population, which was the World War II, maybe 50, 60 generation dies out in the next 10 to 15 years, more of it, I understand, but you also need to plan for your children and grandkids. Then the kids are not getting married. So then the birth rate, which is already under 1, goes to like 0.5. Everyone consolidates to a city, which is going to be the same thing all across Europe, because you're not going to be able to support yourself, because we haven't been able to support ourselves in 100 years because of grocery stores, electricity, sewer, maintenance, all of that. We're not born on how to do that. There are obviously pockets of it in Europe because they're still on that. But I think everything is going to consolidate to cities. I just don't see a lot of these. Italy is one of them. France is having record people coming in. I was looking at the news yesterday, and yeah, the mega IPO wave. It's not, I don't think it's going to be a flop, but there's a lot going on that is going to be interesting June 12th when XAI goes public. It will be interesting. Who buys it? They obviously need people to buy it because there's so many investors. You know, people are going to cash out, especially OpenAI, not XAI, but OpenAI. They need to cash out. So who buys it? Who buys it? Are they buying it at $135 a share? That's a crazy valuation. Like, what do they know that we don't know? What government contracts have been signed? You know, like, is money moving from PLA and Northrop Grumman to XAI? Because those are billions and billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars to build a rocket that lands in the ocean. And then you have this, which, whether it's true or not, I have no idea. But I do know that data centers, if somebody can invent something that mitigates the public's opinion about data centers, whether it's a new chip, it's a new way to doing things, a new way to compute that we have no idea, it's not even here, it will be an overnight $1 trillion, unless the person gets taken out, which is the guy that invented how to drive on water. Yes, there is a guy who invented how to drive on H2O. Oh, here we go. Priority 1. Okay, so it came back with the supervisor civil war. Kills a crash loop, pick one owner per job. Okay, consolidate. Stop the rate limiter. Fix the open router. Open router? 429s. What? Want me to verify? Okay, well, that was a lot. That was a lot. All right, let's wrap this up. Yeah, because it's reconnecting again. I can't work like this. I cannot work like this. That's so weird. Something, because it said that there was no crash logs. Something is going on. We got to investigate it. We're getting DDoS attacked. Yeah, Claude Desktop is the same as. Man, I can't believe that happened again to Matt. Wow, all of these need to restart. Reload, I should say. There are some good news articles. Yeah, I think there's going to be a wave of people that get laid off, and then people will hire the people that get laid off at smaller firms or startups. I think startups are going to, they said the amount of entrepreneurs has increased, I think it was like 4x year over year, something crazy. They said that on Moonshots. I think that's going to be the future. Is, what is your idea? You are applying for a school, they say, what have you built? You're applying for a job, what have you built? Because these legacy companies, 5 to 7 years, is so far out. but they're so big and they have so many contacts and they can't move the speed at you and I. Wow, something major is going on if this thing is not even restarting. All right, what I'm gonna do is the whiteboard. I'm not gonna do that live, but I have a lot of topics I wanna talk about. I have a lot of content I wanna put out, a lot of articles that I wanna create, a lot of videos that need to go on YouTube. So that is the value of iCharles. It's the community will come, but you got to build it. It's the classic. They will build. If you build it, they will come. If you build the content, if you build the articles, if you're being brought in by AI, if you are being brought in by search engines, your trust goes up. Then you start to get recommended, and then people will come. That's there's no trust at iCharles right now because they don't know. They've been crawling emptiness. They've been crawling emptiness, and we got to build this out. This whole thing needs to be built out. And then I wonder how I'm going to do the menu. Because the videos is just a list of the videos. And then obviously at the bottom, it's an outdated bottom. The articles looks pretty good. Obviously this is the newest one, so there's no thumbnail on it. You know, it's cascading a little, it's stagnating, I should say. It's very, I don't know if it's good on the eyes. You know, we could switch that up for sure. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to push live. Good, the completely reframes it. If you're not losing the machine, you're losing the SSH. All right, what I'm gonna do is film the video. This should be good right now, because I got connected in my Claude. Why is this not reconnect now? You should be able to connect now because I'm connected in Claude. All right, boys and girls, I'm gonna end it for now. We're gonna be back in the room tomorrow. I'm gonna film another piece of content. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be going live to you guys first. YouTube second. I'm gonna see my YouTube schedule. I'm gonna do the Boatenston.com. I'm gonna merge that to main after making sure everything is good. Connected to SH host, please do not. It says it's connected. It says it's connected. There you go. Come back on. Holy moly. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's bring up the chat. All right, well, I'm glad you're nice and lively. Mark Miller, love to talk to you, love to hear it, love to see what you're doing. Everybody that tuned in today, like the video. And obviously, the schedule, I think, is going to be news Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then vibe coding Tuesday, Thursday. I think that's going to be the new schedule because my value to the community is deciphering what all this means based on all of my knowledge of being in the room with a lot of these people through real estate, through meetings and networking and events in New York City. You know, like this headline looks like, oh my gosh, he hasn't met any of his goals. This is his marketing. That's what people don't. This is how he markets. He talks about a wild, ambitious idea that's going to happen next week, and then people sign up for it. It's the Barnum Bailey. It's exactly what Barnum Bailey did. I'm going to deliver you a crazy thing next week, and you better all show up for it. And he would not deliver it next week, but maybe the week after or the month after, but everybody would show up because it's anticipation. It's the Apple model as well. Apple says on this day, we're going to produce or launch a product. So the anticipation is right there. Then that day shows up and said, this day you can order it, anticipation. This day it will be delivered. That's 3 different dates of anticipation. This headline, people are like, oh, he's stupid. No, that's bad think. That's not how you think. That's wrong think. That's wrong think. This is another big one. When I read this, I go, who are those 150 organizations? Who are those? How'd they get access? How'd they get access? How'd they get access? Because what you're doing is essentially giving access to a better model that is not ethical to, like, they might be going and hacking their competitors. They're looking for weaknesses. They're looking for bugs. They are trying to get, if it's as good as what everyone claims to be, the Pentagon, the NSA, Trump Organization, or White House. They passed that, by the way, that executive order. They have no idea what they're doing. No government official has any idea what they're doing. None. I have no trust in DC, Albany, no state capitals, nothing. He passes an executive order that says, we have to review it. It's optional, but we have to review it. What are we doing here? What are we doing? And he said, by the way, I'm now curious. I'm now curious about what is getting launched on next week. Is it this week? I don't know when it is. But that's interesting. It's weird. It's weird. Because they haven't launched a new product besides these, and obviously they're sunsetting the Pro, Vision Pro. They're sunsetting those. They're a year and a half behind on regular glasses. That means they started a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, which is already too late because I think Meta already launched their glasses with Ray-Ban. Tim Cook, you got your investors happy, but now they're not happy because people are sitting there we're not buying this many phones. We're going through an inflationary period. You haven't launched the new product. We need a product guy. So they bring in a product guy. But it's interesting that it's almost like they made up a clever marketing ploy to loot the Fed government. Ray Dalio said that the debt right now is at it's never coming back. I don't know if that was here or that was but he said it's never coming back. He said it's never coming back. And Ray Dalio is in those circles. He's in those circles. He's in those rooms that we'll never have access to. And he said that the amount of, this is very interesting, by the way, very interesting. There is clearly a market for just good enough. This is a market for just good enough. I would buy this from my mom. She doesn't need an Air. She doesn't need an Air. She has an iPhone 3. People don't need that. Only we need a MacBook Pro. Only we need a studio, MacBook Studio, or a Mac Studio. Most people just need the basic. They just need a Neo. This is interesting. And this is where the world's going. My college kid, who I don't have, doesn't need anything but a Neo. That's it. If you want to code on the side, which I would, first of all, you're not even going to college. Okay, let's just start there. We're not going to college. Okay, because the resumes are going to say, okay, what's your website? It's going to be at your domain name, at your name, Botenston.com, and it'll have a showcase of all the things that I've built. That's the future. The future is creation. The future is what have you built? That, I think, is going to be my video today. What is the future of you as a worker? Because what podcast was I listening to? It was some guy, two brilliant guys, two wealthy, brilliant guys, and they were going back and forth, very high level thinking, and it was great. And the guy said, they are now training their employees to code in a way, train their data models, their AI models to do the miscellaneous tasks. Let me say that again. Very important. This is the future of work. Okay, you do the highest, hardest priority. The rest is AI. And we'll give you the tokens, we'll give you the compute power, we'll give you the server space, whatever it is, we'll give you the open source models, we'll give you whatever you need to train the model to do the stupid the stupid Excel, the PDFs, the automation that can all be automated. That's the future of work. I think that's going to be my whiteboard today. That's going to be my whiteboard today. Goldman warns of high. Yeah, okay, so I just literally go from Neo, $600 MacBook, to Goldman. Of course. I said this yesterday. This is why you tune in, by the way. This is why I'm going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday news. Because this guy's saying it in New York. He's probably Goldman. Actually, no, Goldman's downtown. They have a beautiful office. Well, I don't know if it's beautiful anymore. It's beautiful 10, 15 years ago. The really nice ones now are One Vanderbilt, which is right next to the Grand Central, and JP Morgan's, which is on Park Avenue. Those are beautiful. Top of the line, class AAA buildings. Those are elite. Those are like World Trade Center style. Actually, probably better than that. They are better than that. And we thought they would sit empty. You can go to my YouTube channel on BPI, my real estate, at the time, business partner and I, we were like, turn it into residential. Like no one's gonna rent there. And then sure enough, is renting. But anyway, I said this yesterday. People are not gonna fly to Europe because it's too expensive. The airline experience right now is terrible because they're consolidating all these flights that were purchased months ago, and now they're losing millions of dollars, the airlines. People are going to go to state parks. They're gonna go to state beaches. They're gonna go to town parks that are free. They're not gonna do these crazy things. I was talking to a guy and he was like, oh yeah, they just built this club, and I'm just thinking, no one's even going to clubs. No one's drinking, no one's partying, you know? Like, why would you build a club in today's environment? Either take one over or become a partner in a successful one. Restaurants will still be a thing. Those will still be a thing. And then, there you go. What did I say last week? What did I say last week? You can't have bad PR. In the AI era, you cannot have bad PR. That's what it comes down to. If you have bad PR, you're done. You're done. And then no one's gonna wanna work with you or for you. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. By the way, why is this a thing? Where are we at? We'll just say desktop. And what actually happens when you click a poll length opens but won't select. Can't even click it. There you go. We'll send that out. All right, boys and girls. I'm gonna film a whiteboard, the future of working. The future of working. That's what it's gonna be. I'll be back tomorrow. A lot of videos are going up, a lot of coding is going up. The live schedule is gonna be different. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is gonna be news. Tuesday, Thursday is gonna be live coding or vibe coding. And then I'm gonna produce a video every single day. Just literally talking about things that nobody's talking about. Or if they are, people can't understand it. What does this headline mean, Charles? Tell me what this means. What does this mean for me? How does it affect me? Well, the high gas prices means that people aren't going to Europe. And if Europe has no AI, entrepreneurial, solopreneur, small business minded, then it's going to be big mega corporations. But all that is either going to China or the United States. So what does that mean for Europe? Those are high level conversations because that is literally going to be happening in the future, allegedly, in my opinion. All right, I'm out. I'm going to film that video. Enjoy your day, boys. And